This is WNEP TV 16, the news station. Now, Nolan Johannes, Karen Harch, Jack Ruland in Skycam 16, meteorologist Tom Clark with his backyard forecast, and Tim Carlson Sports. This is Newswatch 16.
Good evening. The strike against Mart's Bus Company is less than 24 hours old, and already a federal mediator has scheduled talks to try to end it.
That negotiation session is set for Monday afternoon. The walkout began at midnight after unionized workers, including bus drivers, voted down a contract offer. As Newswatch 16's Mark Davis reports from Wilkes-Barre, although the Mart's buses have come to a stop, some bus trips will still roll.
This first day of the Mart's bus strike has been a slow one, especially if you were a passenger on this non-union bus which carried Mart's passengers to Atlantic City on a trip scheduled before the strike. The trip left slowly this morning with the help of Wilkes-Barre police.
Okay, scared? Have a safe trip, scared!
Despite the pickets in front of company headquarters in downtown Wilkes-Barre, Mart's plans to fulfill as many of its charters as possible during the strike with buses from other bus companies. Capital Trailways, a separate company, is not affected. Some of the people on this picket line have been here before. Linda Pick is a 15-year Mart's employee. She remembers the last strike in 1977, which lasted 6 months.
In our hearts and in our minds, it's something we have to do. We're not here because we want to be here, but we feel that, we have to get the company back to the bargaining table. We have issues to be settled. The sooner the better. We want to go back to work.
Many people are wondering how long these bus ramps will be empty and this station deserted. Well, the workers are hoping it won't be too long. And there's been a negotiation session set for Monday afternoon at 3 o'clock to try and arrive at a new contract. Mark Davis, Newswatch 16 at Mart's Trailways in downtown Wilkes-Barre.
We could learn more tomorrow about the future of jobs at Mack Trucks in Lehigh County. The company's chief negotiator told Newswatch 16 late this afternoon that company officials will meet tomorrow with leaders of the international arm of the United Auto Workers Union. We told you yesterday that local UAW members had accepted a new contract proposal that calls for major concessions. The local has refused to confirm reports of a settlement and could not be reached for comment about tomorrow's meeting. A judge brought both sides together again today in the St. Clair area teacher strike. Last night at 11, we told you that the teachers walked off the job again, the third time this school year, because the school board turned down a contract already okayed by the teachers. Despite today's meeting, Newswatch 16's Bob Costantini says the on-again, off-again strike is still on tonight.
Striking teachers wore black armbands to the courthouse, symbolizing what they say is a dying school district. Some students stood in the halls hoping that soon they'd be back in classes. The St. Clair Area School Board was asking a judge to order striking teachers back to work.
Is to have the students return to their classrooms and continue the instruction programs while we're continuing to resolve the labor problem.
Tuesday night, the school board rejected a contract settlement that a majority had supported last Thursday. School board president Michael Tobin, who vowed to scuttle the agreement reached here last week and who apparently had his way, did not even show up for this hearing. Speaking off the record, the courtroom record, Judge Wilbur Rubright said he was more than a little upset at the turn of events since then.
St. Clair High School has talked to you.
Earlier, some students protested this third strike by teachers, though their anger was aimed at the school board.
They're the ones who preach to us not to give in to peer pressure, not to do what other people tell you to do. And they're the ones that change their mind just because everybody wanted them to.
Many of the students out here on the sidewalk say they aren't exactly sure why the two sides can't come to some agreement. But they know they're not in class and they feel their education is being hurt. Bob Costantini, Newswatch 16, St. Clair.
We have late word in that Liberace, the flamboyant piano player, is dead at 67. Liberace was the king of glitter, dazzling audiences for 4 decades with romantic piano playing and outrageous flashy costumes. Liberace died today at his home in Palm Springs, California. There will be more on Liberace's death coming up on ABC's World News Tonight. When Newswatch 16 continues, the cause of a fire that burned 3 children.
Plus our Action 16 series, Playing with Fire. Do you know what to do to keep a small fire from getting out of control?
Believe it or not, dogs actually know what's good for them. That's why they like Dad's. Since your dog is a natural meat eater, Dad's meal and chunks begin with quality meat base, balanced with cereals, vitamins, and minerals. These ingredients are important to you, but all he cares about is the taste. Give your dog a taste test. If he's not satisfied, I'll buy the package back. Right, Toby?
Millie, I just noticed something.
What's that?
Well, I was just looking in the meat case, and Acme has so many cuts of boneless meat, chicken, and pork.
You just realized that? That's why I love shopping here. Great prices are just half the story.
This week, USDA Choice Lancaster brand sirloin steak is $1.89 a pound. A 4-pound bag of California seedless navel oranges is $1.79. Suave shampoo and conditioner in the 16-ounce bottle is $1.09 each. And all blank audio and videotapes are 1/3 off this week at Acme.
This week, we've been telling you about fire extinguishers for your home. Tonight, the question, if you found a small fire in your kitchen, for example, could you safely and quickly put it out with an extinguisher?
In the final part of his series, Playing with Fire, Action 16's Jerry Gartenberg has some advice on putting the extinguisher to the test. Jerry?
Well, Karen, first I want to emphasize that safety experts say even if you are right there where a fire starts, you have just seconds to try and put it out with a fire extinguisher. Otherwise, you'll have to get out. But if you don't know how to use that fire extinguisher, you say grab off the wall, or if it doesn't work, you are playing with fire. This man is testing a fire extinguisher for Underwriters Laboratories, a nationally recognized product testing organization. An extinguisher may douse the flames in a test, but could fail on a fire in your home.
If the extinguisher has lost its charge, it will be ineffective on the fire.
Fire equipment expert Bob Lintott of Scranton says to make sure an extinguisher is charged, take a good look at the pressure gauge. It should be in the green at the 12 o'clock position.
If it gets too far to the left or heading back towards 9 o'clock here, it's undercharged. It's losing its propellant gas and should be serviced. If it gets too far to the right, it's overpressurized, and there again, it requires service.
Also, Lintott says make sure the ring pin and seals are intact. Otherwise, the chemicals in here could leak and turn the extinguisher into a dud. Two other things, he recommends you check the hose, or on a smaller extinguisher, the nozzle, so you know it's not blocked. And he says once in a while, you ought to flip the extinguisher upside down to prevent the chemicals inside from clogging.
Aim at the base of the fire, the base of what's burning.
After he extinguished the fire, Scranton fire prevention expert Fred Schreiber gave me a few pointers. Then it was my turn. We can't teach you on TV how to put out a fire, but experts from fire equipment companies and fire departments throughout our area say they'll be happy to go over the basics with you on the proper use of a fire extinguisher. Once you use an extinguisher, the experts say you'd better have a company recharge it if you want it to work next time. The experts also recommend you have an old extinguisher pressure tested so it won't rupture. Most companies charge around $15 for the pressure test. For $25, you can buy a brand new extinguisher. But whether your unit's new or old, no one can say for sure just when it's wise to fight fire with an extinguisher.
You're alone one-on-one with a fire. Small enough, I can put it out, or a little bit too big or questionable. If there's a question, I would suggest get out and call the fire department, but always call the fire department regardless, whether you extinguish the fire or not.
Very good advice. The bottom line, says Fred Schreiber of the Scranton Fire Department, fire extinguishers in homes could spare property and save lives if you use and take care of them with common sense. One more common sense suggestion. Safety experts say mount your extinguisher in a spot that's easy to get to, such as the kitchen wall right near where you enter the room. And Karen and Nolan, I want you to know that before I started working on this series, I did not own a fire extinguisher, just had some smoke detectors. I own a fire extinguisher now.
I think you've convinced us to get one, too.
Very definitely. We're running right out. Thanks a lot,
thanks,
Jerry.
Jer. The Weather Watch is next with Chief Meteorologist Tom Clark.
And it seems the chill is back,
It
Tom.
is. Time to bundle up once again. And when we come back, we'll talk about how long this chill is going to last, and I'll let you know what's going to be happening this weekend. Now, you're watching Newswatch 16 on WNEP TV. We're proud to serve West Burlington and all of Bradford County.
Mom, you have got to talk to your son.
You mean your brother, Timmy?
Don't tell the neighbors we're related.
What's wrong?
I never get any mayor's bread. He snacks it all up.
So that's what happened to the other loaf.
No, I hid it. He hates vegetables. He'd never look in here.
Clever, Jenny. I trust you bring that same ingenuity to your schoolwork.
Mayors, the baker of breads that everyone likes.
Hello, I think I'll have your charbroiled steak dinner.
But, Monty, which steak dinner will it be? Because now, for only $5.99, Bonanza restaurants will give you a choice of super sirloin, 3/4-pound T-bone, or a giant ribeye. But that's not all. You also get the fabulous Breast-Testix food bar, and all-you-can-eat dream come true.
I can't take him anywhere.
Today wasn't bad at all.
No, not bad.
Let's find out about tomorrow. Tom?
Not too bad. Had a little sun from time to time and some snow showers that developed through the day today. We showed you pictures on our Proud to Serve, not of West Burlington, but of Hummett's Ferry. And that's a nice place to be. In the backyard now we have, well, mostly cloudy skies, and Bill Cooper's in Bear Creek checks in with cloudy conditions and 25 up there. And in that neck of the woods. In Thompson, John Fry has 26 degrees, a coating after some snow showers moved through today up there. And Susan Dorman in Pleasant Grove, Union County, has 39 degrees now at her place. Then we have a view for you today overlooking Avoca, where the elevation is about 930 feet above sea level. On our thermometer, it's 33 now, the humidity 49%, the wind is west at 14, gusting to 22, and the barometer is rising from 30.10 now. 36 this afternoon, 32 this morning, and 6 below zero back on this date back in 1985, and an inch of snow, sleet, and freezing rain fell 1 year ago today. Now, the recent spell of warmer weather has not resulted in any big rise in river levels. Officials tell me that over the past few weeks, levels have been hovering between 2 and 3 feet at all stations along the Susquehanna branch. 2.9 in Wilkes-Barre this morning, and it's expected to be at that level again tomorrow. Ice is about shallow, no deep ice, so there's no threat of flooding and ice jams over the next few days. I don't expect any sudden warm-ups, the thaw being a gradual one as we head through this week, and I think next week as well. Here's the satellite view. Look at the storm now developing down to the south. A lot of rain down that way. 83 in Miami. But up to the north, we had some snow showers with another weak front moving through. Colder air is moving in tonight, and it'll be around for most of tomorrow, keeping us in the 30s once again. Now, this high is going to move in and give us more sunshine than what we had today. A little bit of moisture coming in behind that high will give us some flurries tomorrow night, and then we should see some decent weather over the coming weekend as the storms stay away. Much colder tonight, getting down into the upper teens in West Burlington, 19 in Peckville, maybe a passing snow flurry here or there. Lehighton, 22 tonight. I want to say hi to all the boys and girls I spoke to today at the Mahoning Elementary School, grades 1 through 6. Hi, gang. 20 in Hughesville tomorrow morning, and the breeze out of the west-northwest at 15. Sunrise time for tomorrow morning is 7:11, and 5:25 sunset time tomorrow. Partly cloudy, a few flurries this evening, and the moon may break through from time to time. 20 in the backyard, 35 tomorrow. Mostly sunny skies, a nice-looking day. Friday night, or tomorrow night, some flurries into Friday morning. Partly cloudy Friday, and the weekend, as we said, looks good, getting back up close to 40.
All right, good news, Tom.
Okay, we'll
see you in the update. Jake Christopher is next on the Sports Watch for Tim Carlson, and a live report with the Phillies in our area.
Plus, America celebrates the return of the Cup.
Pennsylvania is four-wheel drive country, and only your Toyota dealer offers so many ways to go with four-wheel drive. Your Toyota dealer has the four-wheel drive vehicle you want, traveling the boondocks or the boulevards. In addition to four-wheel drive trucks and Tercel station wagons, your Toyota dealer offers the exciting and versatile 4Runner and what we refer to as the Super Wagon, the Toyota LE four-wheel drive van. See your Toyota dealer today. He has the right deal right now.
Gee, it's almost Jay's bedtime, usually working that early morning shift. Great to have you here tonight.
It's good to be here, Karen. Nolan, thank you very much. Hello again, everybody. This is the week the Phillies caravan winds its way through northeastern and central Pennsylvania. Tonight they stop off in Scranton. Now, Sports Watch 16's Tom Tidy is there, and we'll be going live to Tom in just a few moments. Now, those few moments will be time enough to tell you about one of yachting's biggest comebacks in the America's Cup. Skipper Dennis Conner reclaimed the Cup this morning by completing a 4-0 sweep in the Cup final at Fremantle, Australia. Now, the Stars and Stripes defeated Kookaburra 3 in today's deciding race by 1 minute, 59 seconds, biggest margin of the series. As the race began, the Stars and Stripes took the right side of the course, a move prompted by tactician Tom Whidden. The move paid off. Kookaburra 3 trailed by as many as 26 seconds at the first mark. The Aussies really never led at any point in the race. Now, at the second mark, the K3 would trail by 22 seconds. They picked up some time, about 4 seconds downwind, but the Stars and Stripes would gain the advantage at the third mark. Now, at that mark, Kookaburra is forced wide of the mark. That cost them some time. They were behind by 42 seconds. You see them on the right side of the screen. Then at the fourth mark, Stars and Stripes would go up by 48 seconds. Then problems on K3. The Spinnaker lines collapse right there. They fall behind even more, and as the crew reacts, it's almost inevitable. At the finish, as in 3 previous races, Dennis Conner and the Stars and Stripes will win it. A clean sweep, 4 races to none. The margin of victory, 1 minute, 59 seconds. The America's Cup comes back to the United States with a victory in Australia this morning. Now, time to go to Tom Tidy, live in Scranton at University Inn. He's there with the Phillies Caravan. Tom?
Thanks, Jay. That's, as you said, we are at the University Inn in Scranton, live with the Phillies Caravan. They do it every year. It's the 18th year that they've been bringing players and coaches around and gaining a little PR throughout the area. With us right now is Coach John Felski of the Phillies. And, Coach, I guess everybody wants to know, can the Phillies catch up with the Mets in '87?
Well, we certainly hope so. We think we can, but again, you're going to have to do it on the field. We can't talk about it. We've got to go out and do it, but we're excited about this season.
What's the biggest key for the Phillies in order to be successful against the Mets and the other NL East teams this year?
Well, I think, first of all, we've got to stay healthy. Last year we had some problems with key people, and this year if we're going to make a run at them, we've got to keep those people healthy. If we can do that, then I feel like we'll definitely be in a race with them.
A lot of question has been brought up so far this year about the acquisition of Lance Parrish. It would be a crucial part for the team to have Lance.
Well, it would definitely be a plus. The one thing that Lance Parrish would give us right away would be that experience, and that would be important, especially with our young pitchers. And we don't want to take anything away from John Russell. We all think he's still going to be an outstanding catcher, but Lance has that experience, and right now that would be important to us.
Okay, John, thank you very much, and good luck in 1987 with the Phillies. We are with the Phillies Caravan here at University Inn in Scranton. I'll have more tonight at 11. Jay, back to you.
Thank you, Tom. And tonight, of course, University of Scranton basketball, ladies and the men's, and high school wrestling. Karen, Nolan.
Okay, good.
Jay.
Thanks, Jay.
Nice to see you, Jay.
When Newswatch 16 continues, an unwelcome sign.
Someone is in trouble with PennDOT, and we'll tell you why next.
Make your move in Pro Sprints. Pickway's leather high tops on sale for $13.88. Boys sizes 2.5 to 6, men 6.5 to 13. Pickway shoes.
Grandma, how's your cold? Can we still go to the park?
I don't know, honey. My nose is so sore.
Rascal and I brought you my favorite cap. And Pups.
Thanks, sweetie. But why Pups?
Mommy says Pups are soft on your sore nose.
They're really soft.
Pups are puffed to be soft.
Feel better, Grandma?
Yep. You can always learn something new. Right, Rascal?
Puff softens the blow.
Finally tonight, a case of having good intentions but not going through the proper channels. We noticed that 2 signs are up along Interstate 81 in Lackawanna County, signs that boast the fact that Governor Bob Casey is from Lackawanna County, Scranton to be exact. Well, we thought the signs were interesting, so we called PennDOT to get more information. As it turns out, PennDOT says it did not put up the signs and they should not be there. A spokesman for Lackawanna County says the county put up the signs to show pride in the new governor and as a gesture of good luck. But as luck would have it, the signs will have to come down. And one other note, Governor Casey's wife Ellen is back home at the Executive Mansion tonight. She was discharged today from a hospital in Camp Hill. Pennsylvania's First Lady spent a week in the hospital recovering from abdominal surgery. In leaving the hospital today, the governor pushed his wife in a wheelchair to the car. Ellen Casey says she feels great, and the governor says he's thrilled to have his best friend and top advisor home.
Welcome home.
Yeah, that's
nice,
great.
Nice.
And that is Newswatch 16 for tonight.
Be sure to join us tonight on Newswatch 16 Update when we'll find out how the March strike is affecting other bus lines.
World News Tonight is next with a look at America's homeless.
For the team, thanks for joining us.
Enjoy your evening.